Leave it. Okay guys, we are at a home training session. Now, quick rundown of this session. What it is the lady has a Rottweiler. She's taken another dog in from a rescue. The dog was assessed as slightly dog aggressive, reactive, was sent to rehab centre, then got housed with this lady. The dog was brought up. It was tried to be introduced to her home dog, her Rottweiler, for 2 hours. Wouldn't get on, highly reactive. They went away, they come back, they tried for another 2 hours, had no success. So 4 hours of trying to get these dogs to get on. And so I've been called to come here and try again and try and introduce them. I'm not sure what methods they exactly used. I feel from what I've asked, there was a lot of just bringing together. There was any reactivity, they were taken apart. So there's probably no corrective measures brought in, which if you know me, you know I'm going to use in the right way, in the fair way, but get these dogs to understand who is in control. So I feel there's probably a little bit of leadership issues going here with the owner, probably not enforcing her leadership enough and teaching this new dog what's acceptable in short and in simple terms. So let's go in and we'll see how we go and we'll meet and hopefully we can have success and get these guys and getting on and leave the owner with the tools to be able to keep the system going and get these dogs to get on. Let's do it. Okay, Koa. Hey buddy. Hey bud. How you going? Hey mate. What's this? Whoa. What's this? Geez, you're a big dog. Wow. Lucky you're nice and friendly, huh? Hey buddy. Hey mate. What's this? Good boy. Want that? Good dog. Yes. Has he? Hey. Hey mate. Oh, good boy. You don't like these, bud? Yeah, big dog. So I was going to give him a minute to settle to, you know, get to know us and do his thing. The mistake a lot of people make, they meet, even though a dog's friendly, they make a mistake, you know, they rush themselves on the dog too quick. And 2 hours and it was 4 hours all up, yeah?
Yeah, the first time, yeah.
What did they do? So they brought him together when he was aggressive, and then what did they do when he was aggressive?
They'd walk them apart at a distance,
Yep.
and then try to walk them in slower,
Yep.
like closer together, and they were walking past each other.
Did they correct him?
Yeah, they were doing some sort of special walk that they were doing.
What equipment was used?
Different harness to that. He had that one on and another
harness?
another lead.
Like a slip lead?
Yeah, slip lead.
Okay.
Inside.
Okay, so they were trying to slip lead, they were trying to correct him, and just nothing worked. What we need to do though is set it up that obviously he can't hurt this other dog. So we need to put a muzzle on him. Okay, if we're going to get him close, how close did they get the dogs?
The closest they got was about that.
And then what happened?
He lunged, like he was very quiet, but his demeanour was on edge, but they got him that close. Most of the time it's about this distance, and we've had to keep them further and further apart. The closest we did get with the two of them was when his ex-owner was here, and they got really close. And yeah.
What's your realistic expectation for today? What would you be hoping for?
You just say, yay, it's going to work, or nay, it's not going to work.
But when you say going to work, as in they're going to get on with as friends, or just be like you need them to either get on completely or it's not going to work? Is that what you want out of the situation?
Pretty much.
Okay. So the one thing they didn't do was they didn't go as far as the muzzle to see. So that. Now I'm glad I bought a size 6. Okay. So we've got the muzzle on Koa here. I'm still getting used to it, but we're at a stage where we feel we can probably introduce these dogs. Koa is pretty responsive to, you know, gentle corrections and reprimands. I haven't seen Koa with this other dog yet. And like you've heard on the camera already, they've done all the methods I'm about to do, but to what level and what timing, I don't know. So all we can do is see how we go with Koa and see what responses we get. As you heard, the owner has an expectation of these dogs that have to get on or the situation can't continue and Koa will have to return. So we'll see how we go. It's all about making Koa understand what's acceptable. He knows already that this dog's here. You can hear the difference here. What we're looking for here is to allow no build-up. No build-up at all. Even intensity, even staring, even pausing. There's going to be none of that. We're going to introduce this leave it command. Good dog. Good dog. Leave it. Let's go. Good dog. Yes. Good boy, Koa. Good boy. Good boy. So no problem at this distance. Good dog. Yes. Good boy. We're going to put some obedience in there as well, getting him on my page. Hey. So it's all parts of a puzzle. A dog that listens to you better is a dog that you can stop reacting, because if they don't listen even to a sit or walk, you're not going to stop them reacting. Do you know what I mean? If I can't get him walking with me, he's not going to listen to me when it comes to reacting. So they're parts of a puzzle, basic obedience along with reactivity. He's got to know that I'm not going to accept his behaviour. It's got to be black and white, binary, okay? There's no playing up, there's no aggression. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to introduce the leave it command. I'm going to walk towards, what's this dog's name again? Brew. Walk towards Brew. I'm going to give the verbal command first, which is leave it. Koa's going to get a chance to respond. Option A or B. A is he leaves it, he follows me, no barking, gets a pat, good dog. B, he's aggressive, he lunges at Brew. We go down the corrective measure. And he's going to quickly figure out option A is a better option. Okay? So I'm not going to walk too close. Let's go. Leave it. Good dog. Next to no correction at the start. Okay? I'm not going to correct the dog when they do the right thing. Let's go again. So what I'm doing here is I'm being preemptive. Where a lot of people go wrong is they correct once the build-up's already happened. I'm letting him know right now there's no build-up. I'm not going to accept anything. It's got to be very binary. He can or he can't. We can't go, you can growl a little bit, but not a lot. It's either no growling, no aggression, no nothing, or lots of it. You can't have in between. Okay? Koa, let's go, buddy. Let's go. Leave it. Good boy. Good dog. Okay? So you've obviously gotten to this stage before, yeah, and there's no problem. Good dog. Timing is everything in corrections as well. Good boy. Okay. Go on. Sit. Even that, obedience around this dog. Me saying what I want, even just a good sit. That is, again, part of the puzzle of control and leadership. It's not about just leaving this dog. I tell you to sit in front of this dog, you're going to sit in front of this dog. You know what I mean? I'm not going to ask twice. I'm not going to give you a biscuit for it. Not for aggression, not for reactivity. Cute little puppies in training, different story. We're talking about a big dog here, what, 40-something kilos? Yeah? We can't wait till we lose control. Once you lose control of a dog like this, it's too late. Leave it. Good dog. Good boy. Good dog. Now, first thing is, will you answer this question for me? Do you feel a bit safer and better about doing this with a muzzle on? 100%. Exactly. So what happens? You relax, I relax, everyone relaxes for a start, okay? Now we come a little bit closer. Let's go. Good dog. Good dog. Leave it. Leave it. No. Leave it. No. So I felt that growl, but the difference is now, what a lot of people, when that happens, they go, oh, I heard a growl, let's run the other way. I go, no, I'm going to come back and meet this dog, and you're not going to growl like that, okay? And we'll see how we go. No, leave it. Up. Good dog. So that is a dog that's trying to avoid a problem. He goes, well, if I just look this way, I'm not going to have to deal with that, him telling me off, you know? Good dog. Let's go, buddy. Good boy. Leave it. No. Good dog. Let's go. Quick. Good dog. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. So we've answered one question. Can we have them around each other and be around? Yes, we can do that. But you want them to be friends. What I can't do as a dog trainer, and no one can do, is I can't force dogs to be friends. Can it happen over time? Absolutely, but I can't force it. We first have to get to the point where they can just be around each other and go, okay, we're good to be around each other. No. 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 Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Good dog. I had to lift him up then because he was just, I don't want it to explode. So we've got to go down that route. Okay, if I put myself in your situation and I had the muzzle and I had all these tools to deal with, would I persist? I probably would give it a little bit longer. Like I would go, especially because now you can set it up where no one can get hurt. Do you know what I mean? But look, that's up to you. I'd respect the fact that if you said, look, I don't want to have to deal with this, it's too much work, and I also couldn't blame you for that. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I just said to you the other day, I work nights over there.
No.
I'm away on weekends and I've got 2 special needs dogs.
Yep. You've got your stuff you're dealing with. I respect that. I do. It's easy for me to say, I'm in a different situation to you. I might better do it. But it's a lot to take on. Now, what I don't like that I hear from him is that real guttural growl. That
It's a different growl to just a...
He's not barking from the mouth, from the throat, just woof woof bark. It's a guttural.
I'm gonna eat you.
Get away from me. Yeah. Yeah. Good girl. Leave it. Good girl. Prue. Hey, buddy. Leave it. Good dog. Good girl. Good dog. Good boy. Good girl. Leave it. Nope. Leave it. No. No. So let me just leave for a second. I just want to see something. Leave it. Okay. Now, you may find it hard to believe. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Hey, leave it. Leave it. I'm trying to figure out why Prue, because I don't, he's serious, but he's not as serious as you think.
She loves you.
Let it go. He's serious, but he's not as serious as you think. You know what I'm saying by that, Martin? Leave it. Because what's really strange is that she's not really even bothered by it. She wants to keep coming back to him. And it's not the muzzle. She doesn't know the muzzle, what it does. Okay? Because dogs are really normally pretty good at picking up. Don't go near this dog. I'm not saying it's good behavior. But I'm saying I don't know if his intentions are to hurt her as bad as you think. Do you know what I mean? He's a big dog. He's got a deep growl and he does that lunge. He only really lunged once and didn't pursue, didn't go on about it. She's a little bit, what term would I use? When it comes to learning about a dog, she's a little bit docile. She's like, dude, learn the lesson. He's trying to say stay away. But what it did show me, and the reason I sort of didn't even correct him a couple of times, is I wanted to really see his intention. And I feel that even as old as he is, I really feel he hasn't been socialised much and doesn't really just have good manners, and just, it's more of a fear-based thing. It's not a true outright aggression. If it was, he'd still be at the end of the lead now trying to get to this dog and kill it. Do you know what I mean? I feel it's more lack of socialising, lack of manners, lack of training, and fear, and just the unknown. Yeah? Let them both walk free now. Good dog. Boy, buddy. Good boy. You can have a drink at any time. You can drink through that. Good boy. Have you seen him with other dogs outside her very much?
Only the puppy.
Yep. And puppy, no problem?
Yeah.
It's one of these situations where you sort of just got to let it organically happen, as in now where we're at, and see, you know. Leave it. Leave it. Good boy. But I don't want to overreact. I want to let it happen as much as I can without getting too involved. Yep. Do you know what I mean? Because I have that muzzle as safety. It's not like I'm going to let them fight, but without the muzzle, you've got to be overreactive, and you'll never know. Can they get to the other side of this? You're not going to know that without a muzzle. It's too risky. I couldn't even do this because they can get to each other. Yep. But here, he can't. And it's not the muzzle that's stopping him biting. A lot of people will say to you, oh, but he knows he has a muzzle on. That's why he's not doing it. That's not true at all. He would still try and what we call a muzzle punch. He would still hit with the mouth. Like he did. He had a little lunge there. It's not the muzzle stopping him being aggressive. Leave it. Leave it. No. Good boy. Good boy. Good dog. So I'd call that even another little step. I didn't do anything then physically. Just use that leave it command. Gave a grumble. He walked away. Do you know what I mean? She gave a little whine and walked backwards. Good boy. Go. Hey, buddy. Good boy. Leave it. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Leave it. Good boy. Good boy, Koa. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Hey, leave it. Good boy. Leave it. No. Good boy. Good dog. Okay. So was that more than what you've seen with them so far?
Interaction.
Yeah, and less physical involvement from me. If I was a betting man, do I think they'll be best friends? If I had to say right now, I'd say no, being honest. I don't think they're going to be good friends. Because I would always err on the side of caution than be too optimistic, you know what I mean? That's just being real. That doesn't mean I'm could be wrong, but I'd rather just go that way a little bit by... Yeah, I don't want to go to say to owners, yeah, they're going to be great, and then next thing they're not and have a fight and people are hurt and things like that. But to break that down more, do I think over time they can improve dramatically and be around each other and not have a problem? Yeah, I think that can happen. Whether they become friends in that next level. Good boy. See, I don't know if he's genuinely going to the toilet there or marking. Oh, there we go. So there's her marking and him marking. So she's a little bit of a dominant female, huh? Leave it. Yeah, leave it. Because even though she has that nice, lovely nature, for her to come and pee straight where he peed, again, is probably what's upsetting him. Yeah. You know, leave it. See his tail come up when she starts sniffing? Yep. And her tail's fairly up. That's that tension between them. Leave it. Good boy. Good, leave it. Leave it. Good boy. Good boy. A little bit of eye contact then, but he responded to my verbal command, which was that leave it command. And again, I haven't been physical with him now for a while because we don't want to keep going, leave it, and correcting the dog. We went through a few moments like that, which had to get physical, but they're at, you know, a level now where they're being around each other. And then what we have to do eventually is we have to fade ourselves out of it. Not completely, you'd always be around it, but letting them interact with just hovering over top of them and just ready to correct and mark and things like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, so when you got it through a collar like this to take it off, you can just do that and it hangs at the bottom. Leave it. No, leave it. You can just hang it off, okay? Now, I wouldn't advise you to do any of this without me because you just, strength and timing and skill and confidence is a different thing, you know. You can end up with carnage, you know, and it will be her getting carnage. Let's go. Good dog. I'm going to take him for a little walk out in neutral territory. His foot's on the lead or something. You keep stepping on the lead every... There we go. Good. Dude. You're very good at that. It's caught on your nail or something. There we go. Okay. Good dog. Whoop. So I want to try as many, you know, scenarios as I can before we really make that decision of yay or nay, what you're going to do. Leave it. Leave it. Certainly much more relaxed out here. Hey, both of you, chill. Hey. Gee, you've both got bad habits of walking, huh? Let's work him to the same side. I'm sort of going to almost force this compliance, make them be together. So there definitely seems to be less issue out of the property. You know, a little bit less tension. Good dog. Let's go, back this way. Let's go. Quick, 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 quick. Hey. Dude. Very little obedience trained in both these dogs. Hey. Prue, up here. Thank you. Prue. Good dog. So terrible obedience how I'm doing it right now, but I don't have much of a choice. I'm doing my best just to manage two dogs. Let's go. No, Prue's certainly not keen to keep walking that way, but that's okay. We're only here really, I'm just trying to see whether there's any major friction between them publicly. And there's certainly not out here. That's better. Okay, good dogs. Good dogs. That's pretty nice. No, that's pretty nice. Did you have him like this? But not one person walking both dogs? And there's like, right now, there's no tension. Like they're not even, they don't have friction between them at all. Sometimes that can be famous last words. But there isn't any, there's, if anything, there's a bit of avoidance. But we need to sometimes use a term, what we call like forced compliance with dogs. That's why I was getting Prue and making her walk beside him. Not letting her walk away and being over there. No, you two are going to try and be together and we're going to do our best to make them to be friends, you know? It's like with kids that don't get on. They don't have to be friends, but you got to tell them, you don't have to be friends, but you're not allowed to be angry and fight each other and, you know, have to be around each other. You know, I'm guessing if you could at least be at that where you knew they weren't going to fight, but they just hang around each other, you'd be okay. That being said, I feel if that was the case, there's probably always going to be an element of that tension in between them that could explode. Look, it can happen with any dog, by the way. You know, any dogs can do it. But what you're dealing with, which I don't have to obviously tell you in surprise, you've got two big dogs and one very big dog. So if he turns compared to, you know, two smaller breeds that you can grab with two hands and get apart, this guy's going to do a lot more damage, you know. But with these muzzles, while he's attending around, there's no he can leave this on for hours. He can still drink. His mouth can be fully open with it. It's not restricting his breathing at all. But the one thing he can't do is bite another dog, okay? And then at least you can learn to put them around each other, because you're never going to truly know unless you are in this situation where you can let them interact, have a squabble, tell them no, have a squabble, tell them no, mark correct, praise, etc., until they learn, okay, we've got to stop this fighting because mum is going to be onto us each time. But if you're not marking that behaviour, timing it well and being right onto it, it's not going to stop. You've got to mark it impeccably when it comes to timing. So if he's to growl and then 2 seconds after the growl you're like, hey, no, and leave it, he won't connect what it's for. He may back off, but he doesn't know. It's got to be as the sound is happening.
I can do that, they won't.
Yeah. So I think now after all the talk we've done is, do I think these guys can be managed and improved? Yes. Does your lifestyle fit that? No. Would that be fair to say? Yeah. I do believe, after especially that walk, how they are now, I do believe in time they can definitely be around each other and learn to interact and be around, maybe not be friends. But again, like I just said, that's all good and well, but if your lifestyle doesn't fit that training and that consistency of good boy, good boy, good boy. See, they're little nice moments. Good boy. That's huge. That's a big moment. One smelling, turn for turn. She's humping the air. Turn for turn is a big deal. Yeah, he let her, didn't he? That's a big deal. Really big deal. Okay? Okay? That was really nice. That was the best interaction we had for the whole hour so far. That he let her. See that tail? Look. That's the first time I've seen the tail go. First time in the hour. I'm pretty sure if I look through that video, you won't find that going that whole time. Okay? So there was a little, because there can be big moments, milestones in dogs where suddenly a switch will change and they just go, okay, I'm over it. It does happen. Okay? It does happen. And they just learn. See the little changes here? Do you see what he did then?
Just walked towards her.
Stood beside her. I'm not correcting him. She's air humping when she's doing it. Okay? That's a big moment, okay, in these two dogs. That was like almost like a handshake in human terms, rightio. It doesn't mean that you're going to have moments after it worse, but it was very, very positive to see that. It really surprised me that I liked that he come over one part and just went boom and just went, okay, check me out. You know, wasn't like initially I went, hey, leave it, you stand there and you let her. He interacted and he made that happen.
He gave her the choice to do it.
That was a side eye contact. He looked then. She just walked away. You as a person who's not a dog trainer, maybe don't see the significance in that, but do you see what I'm saying, what happened there?
You can see his demeanour's changed.
There was a lot of communication that just happened there.
His ears are back up instead of folded back.
That was huge. His tail, look where his tail's sitting. Where's it been most of the time? Up in the air. Okay? Nice. Good job. Let's now, completely different. Good job. Relax your arms. That's it. Did you do this last time?
Well,
By yourself?
No, I had her and the sport worker had him.
Okay, and then from here, we're going to walk them out the back and give them a break. And I'm going to be here to help, but I want you to see if you can manage the whole through the gate with them. Remember, if we get an interaction, don't panic. We've got a muzzle on. I'm here to help, but I want to see how much of this you can manage yourself by walking them wherever you can. You're going to be in a pretty closed environment. They're going to be condensed, so if you're going to get a reaction, it's going to be now. Walking back in. Now, just drop the leads. Yep. Good dogs. Hey, buddy. Come on. Hey, bud. Good boy. Hey. Good boy. Prue. Prue, 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 prue. Hey. Just let him go. Good dogs. Hey, Prue. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, buddy. Ah, beautiful. Good boy. Good girl. That was amazing. That was a big moment. That was big out there, big in there. Let her sniff. He wasn't even tense. No. He wasn't doing the old, oh my God. He was, looked a little bit, he was pretty relaxed. Let her have a sniff. Look, look. They're both drinking out of the same thing. That was huge. That gave me like, I don't know, like butterfly, like excitement. And that was pretty cool. Huh? Nearly, that sort of moments give you tears with dogs. That was huge. He went up and went, oh, I'll drink with you.
Yeah.
That was big.
It's a big moment.
How do you feel now?
Makes the decision harder, doesn't it? It's never a cut and dry anymore, is it?
I still believe most of it's, I don't know his full history, but I feel a lot of it's lack of socialising and lack of rules in his life. You know, look at this, 2 dogs walking off together in the same direction.
Yeah.
Not one over there and one over there. I don't like you. It's like, yeah, maybe I could be your friend. So we just let this, good boy, good girl. No, I didn't run because I was nervous. I just want to watch. I'm really trying to let them interact here and just work through these moments. Good boy, buddy. Good girl. Good boy. Come on. Hey, bud, come here. You're in the shade. I'll come to you. It's too hot out there, huh? It's too hot. Fair enough. Good boy.
That's a first.
Wow. That has made my day. Let's go. Let's all walk out. Look. Hey. She's trying to play. He's trying to play.
I don't think you need to get involved. You're not the size to play this game.
He was trying to play then, pawing. Biscuits and praise isn't going to stop this behaviour. I broke through that wall, which is what I call it, breaking through a wall. Co again. Okay, I can't act like that. The next step is fading. Remember I said earlier, fading yourself out. So it's not you or me hovering, going, don't do that. It's him actually making a choice not to be doing it.
Yep.
And there's a big, big difference in that, okay? Then him making the choice, than me having the lead in my hand and hovering over top of the dog. Like, massive change. That was 100% 2 dogs making better choices. That tail before didn't wag, it just stayed straight up.
Yeah.
If he sits or lays down, I'll be very happy.
He just stepped back too.
See the fact that he stepped back and sat down?
Yep.
Okay. Otherwise, we're just going to keep having these moments for 5 hours. All right, guys, so way bigger moments in that session than we thought we were going to get to. You heard me at the start. I was honest and I was a little apprehensive with the tension. Did I think it could work with a plan? Yes, in time. But I did not expect this today. And if you could feel my excitement inside myself, you would understand why I was so happy watching those learning moments. I hope you guys got so much from that video. I did, and I know Martin behind the camera did. So many teachable moments in there about body language in dogs. I really want you guys to study that because it just showed 100% how dogs can turn the corner. Will these dogs have a moment later on? They still could, dogs being dogs. But that changed in that hour. That was 1 hour compared to 4 hours of trying before, and we got to where we got to. So I think with consistent work, and off camera, I won't film it as more, but off camera now, we have Michelle knelt down, both dogs near her. Can we get a little clip of that? Look at this. One being patted, both being patted, 3 dogs being patted. I have to interrupt that outro because look at this. Guys, it does not get any better than that in dog training. I have nothing more to say because they were huge moments. If you enjoyed this, you have to have enjoyed it. If you got something out of this, hit the little subscribe. Come on, we make these videos for you guys to learn from. Subscribe, hit that like, the bell icon so you get notifications on the next video. And I hope you enjoyed because I know we did. Cheers, guys. Bye.